Let's go. What is up, Man Hour Nation? Michael Buckhouse here with the Man Hour, short of manhourradio.com. Check out the merchandise page or check out the blog section as well. But most importantly right now, go ahead and click on the Discord. Join the Discord. We're starting to back up again here in the 2024 NFL season. And we got some moderators over there. We got some talks over there. We got every division, every team, and just a generalized trash talk group over there. So if you guys want to go over there and talk some shit, join the Discord. My man Casey is a moderator over there. I'm a moderator as well. We got some thick ass skins, so you better come with the heat if you think you can get cat to the Discord. But let's just be honest. Discords are awesome. So be sure to click on the link in the description below. Join the Discord. But also, if you are new here, consider liking and consider subscribing to whatever said platform you're listening to us on. Whether it be on Facebook, whether it be on YouTube, whether you are listening to us on After Hours Show on the little old podcast on Spotify, subscribe to that podcast, like this page, of course, to share this with a couple friends, because sharing is caring at the end of the day. As we continue our trek across this beautiful landscape of the NFL, we have completely covered all of the AFC teams. That's AFC East, AFC North, AFC West, and of course the AFC South. We have covered the NFC East, we've covered the NFC North, and this week we make our way over to the NFC West. That is the San Francisco 49ers, the Arizona Cardinals, Seattle Seahawks, and of course, the infamous LA Rams. And on today's show, guys, we are going to cover the San Francisco 49ers. So as we continue our trek, San Francisco 49ers talk, but all that stuff. But first, we gotta do a little something here. Do a little something. That's the wrong button. And now, Mike's thoughts. As the NFL Hall of Fame is now past us, the Hall of Fame game's over. The ceremony speeches are all done as well. It has come to my attention that apparently men cannot cry. It has come to my attention that when you are at the pinnacle of your athletic career, you get in front of a speech, you get in front of talking to millions upon millions of people, thousands of people in the stands there live, you are unable to cry. Because if you cry, people will mock you on the internet. If you cry, people will say, hey, this guy's not a real man. What's he doing in the Hall of Fame crying? I just want to put it out there. Men do cry. Individuals cry. Whether it be happy, whether it be sad, whether it be death, whether it be life, whatever. People cry. When I was younger, I held a lot of stuff in. I held a lot of my emotions in. I'm like, you know what? Because I was raised in that time where men don't cry. Men don't show their emotions. Men keep everything in. I held on to that till I was about, 30, 31, 32. Married my wife. Beautiful wife. Amazing wedding. I love every part of it. I cried. I cried during my wedding, and since then I'm like, you know what? It's not so bad. Made me feel good. I was kind of embarrassed after the fact, but it made me feel good. You let it out, bada bing, bada boom. Now I cry about Blue Mountain State, right? I'm sitting there crying, memories, right? But guys, it is okay to cry. So guys, if you are one of those people out there that are trolling Devin Hester or anybody else that was inducted into the Hall of Fame over the weekend, oh, they're crying. Shut up with that. That is so dumb. Those are my thoughts. Alrighty, guys, it is time to talk some NFL football. It is time to talk some NFL football. But first, we got to welcome some people in the chat. We got my man Casey Morgan's in the chat. He is a pigskin pundit. Hit that subscribe button below, guys. Become a pigskin pundit. Get some free merch. We got the merch out in the mail as of yesterday. Ordered it all for the third and fourth quarter merch. But I got a surprise for you, pigskin pundits. If you are a pigskin pundit, I got a surprise for you. We're getting some hats too, baby. We are getting some Man Hour NFL hats. Those hats will be in the mail. So, guys, there's still time to become a pigskin pundit to get your hat. We're ordering the hats probably mid-August. So you get about 2 weeks to become a pigskin pundit. All you got to do is click on the subscribe button like Casey did. But Casey says 49ers will be making the playoffs but not the Super Bowl. He says, slow it down, baby. 49ers are good. They're good enough to win a bad NFC West, but they're not winning the Super Bowl. Not even going to the Super Bowl. We will see, we'll see, we'll see. WBN is in the chat, says, what's up, y'all? What's up, Ant? Hope you're having a grand old day, man. Hope you're loving life. Hoping you're enjoying the beautiful Baltimore heat over there. I know here in Indiana, it's like 95 degrees a day. Stupid hot. I'm sure Baltimore is not out as like as well. We got Benny Books is in the chat. Says, shout me out for a subscriber. Well, subscriber shout out, man. Shout out to Benny Books. Benny Books, who is your team? Who is your NFL team? I know Casey's a Patriots fan, if I'm not mistaken. Ant's a Ravens fan. I'm a Chiefs fan. What fan are you, Benny? Benny Books. Benny Books. I like that name. Benny Books. Benny Books, he says. There's your shout out, man. But today we gotta talk into some teams here. He says the Patriots. Oh, good Lord. Another Patriots fan. I'm just kidding. But we have to talk about this list that just came out of the best top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL. When we talk about top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL, you have to read the fine print of how people post their stuff. Is it past performances? Is it what they're going to project they're going to do in 2024? Is it a mixture of both? Or is it just a list to troll people, right? When I post my top 10 quarterback list, probably tomorrow I'm going to do that, maybe Wednesday. Mine is going to be the anticipation of going into 2024. How do I think these quarterbacks will rank in 2024? Not based off the past, not based off of what they've done, or what it is based off of all what they could do. There was a post today that came out and said that the players have voted, NFL players have voted and put Lamar Jackson as the best quarterback in the NFL. And this person who shared this said, the NFL players have spoken. This is the true list of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. It had Lamar Jackson number 1. I believe Josh Allen was number 2 or number 3. Brock Purdy was top 5. Patrick Mahomes was like ranked 7th or 8th. So when I saw that list and heard where that list came from, voting by the NFL players, I'm going to say this, and I'm sure people are going to get pissed off about it right off the bat. NFL players don't always recognize talent, right? Talent sometimes doesn't recognize talent. That is why not every NFL player that has ever lived is a good coach. That's why every good coach is never really a good player, whether it be high school, college, NFL, etc. It is all about how you learn the game, right? It is all about how you study the game. Now, many of these players, they do, quote, study the game. But they also just study what they have to study, right? They look for tendencies on the offensive line. They look to see what this cornerback's doing. They look to see what covers this safety's in. Now, just because a list from NFL players puts Lamar Jackson at the number 1 quarterback doesn't mean he's the best quarterback in the league. Players get things wrong all the time. Players get things wrong all the time. Now, I'm not saying Lamar Jackson is a bad quarterback. I think he's overrated, but I don't think he is a bad quarterback. So when we see this list of Lamar Jackson at the number 1 quarterback in the NFL, slow it down, baby. Slow it down. Patrick Mahomes, hands down, right now, is the best quarterback in the NFL. Whether he be a system quarterback, whether he be the product of Andy Reid, whether he the product of the referees, it doesn't matter. He wins, and he wins a lot. Patrick Mahomes right now is the best quarterback in the league. So NFL players, y'all got this wrong. If it was coaches, y'all got this wrong. If it was sports writers, y'all got this wrong. If Patrick Mahomes is not the number 1 quarterback on your list right now, your list is invalid. 100%. Invalid. Now, Like my list coming out tomorrow or Wednesday, it will be a projection of 2024. Who do I think will be the best quarterback, the second quarterback, etc.? Now, when I do not have Patrick Mahomes at the number one spot, then it is up for interpretation, right? Because I project he will not be a top quarterback of the 2024 NFL season. But this was a list from last season of like everybody grouped into one from 2020 tweets like 2019 or whatever it was. Did not even have Patrick Mahomes in the top 5. Now, I think Lamar Jackson is arguably a top 10 quarterback. Top 5 is pushing it. I know. I'm a hater. I'm a homer. I'm this. I get it. But if you look at the overall package as a quarterback, you got to throw in wins. You got to throw in stats. You got to do the eye test. Lamar Jackson passes the eye test, passes the stat category, doesn't pass the win category. Brock Purdy right now is a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson in the NFL. I said it. It is what it is. Lamar Jackson's not bad, but having him at number one, slow it down. Slow it down. Casey says, I'm a Chiefs fan, Buck, not a Pats fan. Gross. My bad. Chiefs Kingdom, baby. Chiefs Kingdom. Mark Dees in the chat says, what up, Buck? Guys, check out NFL Experts every Thursday, 7 p.m. Laters Nation podcast is in the chat. He says, hey, WSG. I don't know what that means. Help me out, guys. What is WSG? What's up? Good morning. I don't know. But what's up, Las Vegas Raiders fan? He says exactly. Lamar Jackson is not a top quarterback. He also says, as a Raiders fan, yes, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL. Slow it down. Even a Ravens fan right here, Ant says, I agree. Lamar should have not been over Mahomes. Lamar is probably 6 or 7. Solid 6, solid 7. And says also Tyreek Hill shouldn't have been the number one player in the top 100. Exactly. Exactly. But we digress from that. And Casey says NFL just wants to poke the bear and give the Chiefs their respect. They're just provoking the three-peat. Listen, we keep talking about the Kansas City Chiefs. We keep poking that bear. We keep discrediting what they've done. Oh, the refs help you out and do this. Oh, you don't even have a top quarterback in the NFL. I saw something where Tyreek Hill is making like $60 million and the rest of the Kansas City Chiefs whole core is making like 12. Like, keep poking that bear, right? And Ann says, Purdy, Buck, slow it down, baby. He says Purdy is not better than Lamar. This year will tell a lot. This year will tell a lot about Brock Purdy's future and old Lamar Jackson's future. But Lamar Jackson is not the number one quarterback in the NFL, guys. He is not the best of the best, so slow it down. Speaking of the best of the best, money. Tyreek Hill got paid yet again. He now has a guaranteed contract, a restructured guaranteed contract with the Miami Dolphins, making him the highest paid receiver in the NFL. As you guys know, it just pointed it out. The NFL, I believe it's NFL.com or somebody put Tyreek Hill as the number one player in the top 100. So not only is Tyreek Hill the highest paid receiver, they also ranked him as the number one receiver in the NFL. So when I start to looking at this, Tyreek Hill is a dominant feature on the field. He definitely adds a dynamic to the Miami Dolphins offense. He did it for the Chiefs, spread out that defense. He's doing it with the Miami Dolphins as well. However, Tyreek Hill, guys, is a one-trick pony. He is a one-trick pony. What do I mean by that? Basically, run as fast as you can down the field. We'll throw the ball as far as I can. Hope you catch it. 9 times out of 10, he does catch it. But when he does it, he flat out drop. Flat out drop. I have a lot of Miami Dolphins friends that are my boys. Arthur Brown's one of them. Guys, Tyreek Hill drops the ball a lot. But the reason why I'm bringing up this Tyreek Hill issue is because there's a lot of other receivers out there that are trying to get paid, right? T. Higgins wants to get paid. Tyler Boyd wanted to get paid. CeeDee Lamb wants to get paid. Brandon Ayuk wants to get paid. At what point, guys, do we hit the ceiling of the market? At what point does the highest paid receiver become the highest paid receiver for 5, 6, 7 years? Right? It's just money after money after money. Yes, I understand the salary cap grows, so pay your players, right? But right now, when the salary cap goes down, well, the NFL has that $4 billion lawsuit against them right now. TV money is going to go down. Money in general is going to go down next season. What happens then? What happens then? But I got to ask the question, is Tyreek Hill the best receiver in the NFL? When you guys look at Tyreek Hill's stats, his stats will tell you that, yes, he is a top receiver in the NFL. When you look at his yards after catch, yes, he is a top receiver in the NFL. But if I were to go pick out any receiver in the NFL, Tyreek Hill is not going to be my number one choice. Tyreek Hill is a good athlete, is a good receiver. Top 5, yes. The best? No. I would take JJ over him. I would take CeeDee Lamb over him. I would take Jamar Chase over him. Hell, right now, I would take Brandon Ayuk over him. You heard it. Brandon Ayuk is better than Tyreek Hill right now. Now, not on the 49ers. You put him in a different offense, bada bing, bada boom, to the moon, baby. Hell, Devontae Adams might even fall above Tyreek Hill right now. Garrett Wilson knocking on the door. Tyreek Hill is slipping, guys. Now, as the Miami Dolphins like to waste money, apparently, paying Tua and now paying Tyreek Hill ungodly amount of money to be mediocre. Miami Dolphins fans, I feel sorry for y'all. I feel sorry for y'all. John Peoples in the chat. He says, Kid Maker 12 for the record. And every 800 yards last season, Tyreek Hill impregnated a lady. Not wrong. Not wrong. And we already have totally overpriced. Such as JJ, such as Jamar Chase. Are they overpriced? Casey says JJ is better than Tyreek Hill. I concur. I confer. And WBN says Devontae Adams too. Probably like a 1A, 1B if you're looking at Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, but I would take Devontae over Adams. Or sorry, Devontae over Tyreek Hill. Ant says, slow it down, baby. Not Ayuk. Ayuk is not better than Tyreek Hill. Let me tell you this, Ant. Let me tell you this. You put Brandon Ayuk on the Dallas Cowboys. Let's flash back to that draft. It was CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Ayuk, right? Obviously, Ayuk went to the 49ers. CeeDee Lamb went to the Cowboys. You flip those two picks exactly the way they're orchestrated right now. I bet you Brandon Ayuk is putting up CeeDee Lamb type of numbers for the Dallas Cowboys. You put Brandon Ayuk on a team like the Miami Dolphins. He's putting up 15, 16, 1,700 yards. Hell, you put him on the Kansas City Chiefs, 2,500 yards, baby. Brandon Ayuk, guys, is a really, really good talent. We'll be talking a lot about Brandon Ayuk pretty soon here, but he's good. John says, such as all of them is driving ticket prices through the roof. And John, like, I don't want to get into political really here, but what really is driving ticket prices through the roof is the minimum wage, is what we're paying people to work. Shut up, Michael. Shut up. He will wear a dress like the rest of the Cowboys. Listen, the Cowboys can wear all the dresses they want because they go in the Super Bowl, baby. They're going to the Super Bowl. But, guys, this is the San Francisco 49ers breakdown. This is August 5th, 2024, 3 o'clock here on the East Coast time. We have worked our way all across the NFL. All of the AFC is locked up. Half of the NFC is locked up. It is time to break down the San Francisco 49ers here in the NFC West. But before we talk about the future, we have to look back on the past. Look back on the past. Last season, they started off hot. Hot. They winners of 5 games in a row. They went to Pittsburgh, laid down the wood. They went to LA, laid down the wood. Beat down the Giants, beat down the Cardinals, laid an ass whooping on the Dallas Cowboys. But then the wheels fell off the wagon a little bit. Midseason blues, they said, lost to Cleveland, lost to the Vikings, and then lost to the Cincinnati Bengals. All really, really bad losses. All one-score losses. Also, their 4th-round kicker missed 2 of those game-winning field goals as well. Insert bye week, come back healthy, bada bing, bada boom, winners of 6 in a row, and then they ultimately won 7 of their last 9, giving them a 12-5 record going into the playoffs. They get the wild card bye, beat the Green Bay Packers in the divisional round, beat the Detroit Lions in the conference championship game, NFC championship, Super Bowl, here we come. Go take the Kansas City Chiefs into overtime, and bada bing, bada boom, we don't know the rules, and we lose overtime to the Kansas City Chiefs. So they ended up finish the season 12-5, losing to the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. This season, they have been having a little off-season turnover, right? Their fullback, they asked him to take a pay cut. Jesuit, or however you say his name, kind of looked around the league a little bit. He's like, man, a lot of teams don't use fullbacks. Yes, I will take a pay cut. Let's keep this core together. Eric Armstead, walk up to him. Hey, Eric, we want you to take a pay cut as well. Eric said, you know what? Peace out, homie. I am out of here. Eric Armstead does leave, and now Brandon Ayuk wants some dollar bills. Yo, and that is the first topic that we are going to talk about for the San Francisco 49ers going into this show. There have been many reports that Brandon Ayuk wants out of San Francisco. He has publicly said, I want to be traded. This also happened last year. He wanted to be traded last season, right? Rumors kind of got hushed real quick there. He went out, had a pretty good season, had his highest yards per catch this last season of 18.5 yards per catch. All offseason, he has not reported any OTAs, minicamp, and now is being fined like $10,000 a day for every practice that he misses. There have been trade rumors out there. The Cleveland Browns have been calling, right? I don't know why Cleveland Browns are calling, but hey, they are calling. The New England Patriots have been calling. The Carolina Panthers have been calling. Pittsburgh Steelers have been calling. Basically, everything that I'm hearing right now in San Francisco's camp, guys, if you guys ever follow the San Francisco 49ers, they have some of the best media coverage out there. I don't know if it's because everybody is fan of California and the nice sunshine out there, but they got a lot of blogs out there. And I read a blog today, courtesy of NBC Sports, preparing for today's show. They basically said that the ball is in Brandon Ayuk's court. The ball is in Brandon Ayuk's court right now. And they didn't really go too much into depth into how it's in his court, but reading through the article, this is what I got out of that. This is what I got. Basically, teams have made offers to the San Francisco 49ers that they like. Whether it be a first-round pick and a player, whether it be two picks, they have made offers. They have made offers to the San Francisco 49ers, and they are interested in what they are hearing. Now, when I hear the ball's in Brandon Ayuk's court, this tells me it is probably a bad team. It is probably a team like the New England Patriots. It's probably a team like the Carolina Panthers. Now, Brandon Ayuk can go to Carolina and make his $35 million a season. It's going to be a long season, but you can make those dollar bills, yo. Or you can stay in San Francisco and potentially win a Super Bowl, making $14 million a season. I think right now the San Francisco 49ers is calling Brandon Ayuk's bluff. I think right now Brandon Ayuk realizes, like, damn, it's not so bad in San Francisco. It's not so bad in San Francisco. Yes, I'm second fiddle to Debo and CMC and George Kittle, but I'm still getting the ball. $14 million still isn't that bad. Now, maybe after my fifth-year option, get franchise tag, that's $22 million a season, probably next year like 25. It's not so bad. Not so bad, is it? So let me ask you guys this question. If you are in Brandon Ayuk's shoes right now, and you have an opportunity to make your $30 million that you are asking for, you want a pay raise, you want double your pay raise, you want $30 million a season. Do you go to a team like the Carolina Panthers that are going to be bad? 2-3 wins tops. Do you go to a team like the New England Patriots that's going to be through a lot of growing pains? Whether it be a rookie quarterback or a veteran, either way, 4 or 5 wins tops, right? Long season. It's cold in New England. Carolina always seems to be raining every game I watch. Do you stay in San Francisco, potentially win a Super Bowl ring, potentially, make $25, $26 million the following season, or do you go to a bad team and make $30 million a season? The grass is pretty green over here. $14 million to $25 million is still a lot of money. Still a lot of money. But over there's $30 million. Yeah, the grass is brown. But I only got to stay there for 19 weeks a year, right? I don't know. What do you guys do? Do you guys think the San Francisco 49ers ultimately trade Brandon Ayuk? What do you guys thought process if Brandon Ayuk does not report week 1? Say he holds out to week 3, week 4. Do the 49ers get forced and get desperate and trade him? Let me know. Ant says, speaking of the Cowboys, do y'all think they will pay Dak? I don't think he stays. Looking at the quarterback market right now, Ant, Dak is not going to sign a contract mid-season or within any time this year. It's going to be next year, right? Dak Prescott, it all depends on CeeDee Lamb. Does CeeDee Lamb become the highest paid wide receiver, which I think he will? Does Dak ball out, which he probably will? I don't know. It is tough. It all depends on the outcome. Are the Cowboys a first round loss again? If they're a first round loss, I think things blow up. Mike McCarthy gets fired. Dak Prescott gets shipped out of town. Something. Ben Kernes in the chat says, do you think the Chiefs will make the playoffs? Yes. Yes, Ben. The Chiefs will win the AFC West again by at least 4 games. And not even a hard question. I think everybody that's watching it right now will concur with that 100%. Yes, Chiefs make the playoffs. James Frank's in the chat. Top fan over here. What's up, James? He says, Ayuk to Cleveland. Nah, I'm just playing. That would be nuts. So let's think about this. I think if the San Francisco 49ers make a trade, it'll be for a pick for 2025 plus a player. Plus another receiver or somebody where they think they need help. And really the San Francisco 49ers roster is pretty set, right? So if it's a player going from Cleveland to San Francisco, who do you give up? Do you trade Jerry Jeudy? You just brought him in on a 4th round pick, right? Is it Amari Cooper? No, he just signed a big ass deal, right? I believe he's $25 million guaranteed this season, I think it is. They basically restructured his deal for a $5 million guaranteed. Is it Elijah Moore? I guess maybe. But when you look at the Cleveland Browns receiving core, everybody's kind of on their last year of their deal anyways, right? Amari Cooper on his last year. He has come out and said he wants to retire a Cleveland Brown, so maybe they get a deal worked out long term. Jerry Jeudy, I think, has 2 years left on his contract, if I'm not mistaken, but he's probably going to want a contract, right? Elijah Moore has jumped around from team to team to team. I believe he's still on his rookie deal. He has 1 year left, if I'm not mistaken. Cedric Tillman, last year. I mean, really, if you are going to pay a receiver $30 million, if Jerry Jeudy balls out, he's probably going to make that. If Elijah Moore balls out, he's probably going to make that. Brandon Ayuk to Cleveland does make sense to me. You have a nice 1-2 punch with Amari Cooper, then Brandon Ayuk. You give them a first-round pick in 2025 plus Elijah Moore or Jerry Jeudy. Either one of those I would be happy with if I'm Cleveland. Like, take them. We're getting Brandon Ayuk, arguably a top 10 receiver in the NFL. Put him in our offense. Yeah, he may have only gotten 1,000 yards a couple years ago. Yeah, he only got 1,200 yards this last season. We can get him 13, 14, 15, 100 yards easy. This opens up for Nick Chubb, Jerome Ford, right? Even if Tyler Huntley is our quarterback going forward, we'll be all right. Brandon Ayuk to Cleveland would up the win total by 2 wins easily. I like it. And says he's even named the teams that he would like to go to. Listen, you can name all the teams you like to go to all you want. Oh, I want to go to the Chiefs. Oh, I want to go to the Cowboys. Oh, I want to go to the Green Bay Packers. But if they're not willing to give me a first-round pick and a player, sorry about your luck. Honestly, if I'm the San Francisco 49ers, I would kind of do what they did to Baker Mayfield, and the Cleveland Browns kind of just ship them to somewhere to like die. That used to be the running joke around the NFL. When a quarterback was past their prime or not really going to make it, they would trade him to Cleveland. Brandon Ayuk, if he gets traded from the San Francisco 49ers, is going to end up on a team where he's going to go there to die. Whether it be the Patriots, whether it be the Panthers, whether it be, I don't know, let's say the Atlanta Falcons. Right? He is going to go there to be shipped to die. Not like physically, but like mentally. He's being shipped there to never be heard of again. James like, he's not going anywhere. Slow it down, Buck, he says. He's not going anywhere. Listen, I would have believed you, James, if this was 2 months ago. If this was before the draft. The closer and closer we get to regular season, what we're 4 weeks away, right? 5 weeks away. The closer we get, the more of a reality Brandon Ayuk leaving San Francisco has to come into reality. It has to start creeping in their heads. I've said this several times on this show, and I think Brandon Ayuk is the glue that holds the San Francisco 49ers offensive receiving core together. He has been the most stable, the most healthy of all the receivers, it seems like, right? Debo last year went out in the Cleveland game, right? With that abductor, right? CMC always hurt. George Kittle never really misses games, but he's injured a lot. Brandon Ayuk is a true X factor for the San Francisco 49ers. And to be honest, they just don't want to pay him. They see, yeah, you're getting like 80 catches a year. Awesome. You are wanting to get paid like you're getting 140 catches a year. Not going to work. Not up in here. Ant says the Buffalo Bills need to be on the phone with San Francisco ASAP. Listen, I low-key kind of like the Buffalo Bills receiving core. I low-key like the youngness and the youthfulness of that team. With Shakir Coleman and Curtis Samuels, MVS and Chase Claypool. All reports are MVS is fighting for a roster spot, actually. I think Brandon Ayuk would be a good addition, but I kind of like the Buffalo receiving core, what they have right now. Watching them in camp, watching them, scrimmage and whatnot, they're all pretty good. Now, once regular season hits, we will see. That's the biggest what if for the Buffalo Bills, but I don't love that. Chad's in the chat. What's up, Chad? He says Ayuk needs to bail. Get out of town, he says. 49ers are going to be in bad shape once they pay Mr. Irrelevant. And that's the next topic for the San Francisco 49ers. Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy has kind of come out of nowhere, guys. Let's just be honest. Mr. Irrelevant himself, the last pick of the NFL draft. Hell, didn't he win like his first 16 or 17 NFL starts? Something crazy. He's been a really, really good system quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. And with that system that he fits well into, when he's in there inserting, he's going to win a lot of games. And the San Francisco 49ers see that. He is going to get paid very, very, very well. Hell, he might even be the next highest paid quarterback in the NFL. Not this year, but next year. I think this year might be a final year of his contract. He's only got a 3-year deal for being the last pick. But when we look at these rosters, Brandon Ayuk wants to get paid. Bosa, been paid. CMC, been paid. George Kittle, paid. Debo, paid. You have to pay all these players. When you have a good team, there's a reason why teams really only have a 2-3 years run and then they fall apart because everybody wants to get paid. People start scalping them, right? Guys, the Super Bowl window for the San Francisco 49ers is rapidly closing. If you are a San Francisco 49ers fan, as a Chiefs fan, I see our decline starting to come. San Francisco 49ers fans, your decline is starting to come. When you have to pay Brock Purdy, if you end up paying Brandon Ayuk, Debo's going to want another deal. The Super Bowl window is quickly closing. And that's why a Brandon Ayuk deal needs to get done now or trade him or get out of town. The Super Bowl window, guys, for the San Francisco 49ers might be actually closed now. It actually might be closed right now because this year they kind of got a tough schedule. This year they kind of got a up and down schedule. Favorable schedule as far as home opponents. But let's go ahead and break down the 2024 NFL schedule for the San Francisco 49ers. I want to put a preface on this real quick here. As we break down this 17 game schedule, I anticipate Brandon Ayuk playing week 1. I anticipate Brandon Ayuk being a part of this team. I anticipate Brandon Ayuk being healthy all season long. I think if or when Brandon Ayuk is no longer a part of the San Francisco 49ers, this ultimately drops him down at least 2 wins. So when you see my win-loss schedule for the San Francisco 49ers at the end, I want you to know if they do not have Brandon Ayuk, that drops at least probably 2 wins, if not 3. But week number 1, Monday Night Football, prime time, Aaron Rodgers, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, taking on Mr. Irrelevant and Brock Purdy. The Jets, guys, I don't have any faith in them whatsoever. There's been a lot of people in my inbox, on our Facebook pages, and on our Discords. They love them some Jets. Jets, J-E-T's, Jets. And I think they are a complete dumpster fire, to be flat out honest. The inner fighting going on in New York between Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson is going to boil over at some point. May not be week 1, may not be week 2, may not be week 3, but week 4, 5, and 6, we're going to see a lot of inner fighting with the New York Jets. And the reason why that happens is because week 1, they get beat down by the San Francisco 49ers. Week 1, this game is not even a contest. You guys can say that the Jets have one of the best defenses in the NFL. It doesn't matter. Too much Brandon Ayuk in this game. Too much Debo. Too much George Kittle. Too much CMC. And, oh, by the way, the 49ers still have a pretty good defense. Week number 1, give me that dub over the New York Football Jets. Week number 2, traveling to Minnesota, home of the Minnesota Vikings. Sam Darnold revenge tour starts week number 2. Sam Darnold versus his former team in the San Francisco 49ers. Guys, the 49ers are really up in the air for me. Not the 49ers. I'm in the Minnesota Vikings. I meant to say the Minnesota Vikings. My mistake. The Minnesota Vikings are a team that I'm just kind of, what? All reports are out there saying that J.J. McCarthy is balling out. J.J. McCarthy has thrown 167 passes in practice and hasn't thrown one interception. He's balling out. He's looking like a pro. He's doing this, and this. All against second teamers, but I digress. I can see the Minnesota Vikings fans screaming for J.J. McCarthy to start week 1. I can see Minnesota Vikings fans screaming to bench Sam Darnold and just kind of let him rot on the bench. I think the San Francisco 49ers are too good, and they beat Minnesota Vikings week number 2, whether it's Sam Darnold, whether it's J.J. McCarthy starting for them. It doesn't matter. I like the San Francisco 49ers in week 2. Week 3, back on the road still, taking on the L.A. Rams. Newly signed, contract extended, guaranteed money, Matthew Stafford in the LA Rams. Puka is certainly listed week to week with a knee injury. Cooper Kupp's back, balling out. But life after Aaron Donald. Life after Aaron Donald for the LA Rams is now here. How will the LA Rams respond to life after Aaron Donald? And I think they respond well week 1 when they do beat the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers go into L.A. into SoFi Stadium, and they lose to the L.A. Rams, giving us a week 4 matchup. Back at home. Opening week win, week 2 win, week 3 lost, week 4. Patriots kind of coming off a Thursday night game, going to the Bay to play the San Francisco 49ers on the Sunday afternoon game. We've talked about the Patriots a lot. We've talked about how good or how bad they could potentially be. No matter how good or how bad the Patriots can be, even if they play an A-plus game in this game, the 49ers come out and play a C game, too much 49ers in this one. Give me the 49ers with another dub. Week number 5, division game. NFC West matchup, Arizona Cardinals and Kyler Murray taking on Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers. Cardinals are another bad team. We'll be talking about the Arizona Cardinals tomorrow and how bad I think they're going to be. We have a little prima donna happening over there in Marvin Harrison Jr. Still can't get his jersey because he won't sign a contract. He wants all the dollar bills. Too much drama in Arizona this season. 49ers win yet again, week number 5. Week 6, Thursday night football game. Home of the 12th man. The world's largest half indoor, half outdoor stadium in the Seattle Seahawks. Geno Smith. All reports that he is okay, but he has been listed as week to week as well. Obviously, this is 2-3 months down the road, so I'm not too worried about that right now. However, the San Francisco 49ers, I have them this year playing very, very well at home. I have them winning a lot of home games this season. On the road is when I start to question their abilities. When they get into a little bit of injury into the 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks part of the season, they start to break down. We saw it last year. We saw it the year before. Week number 6, they lose to the Seattle Seahawks, and it is a close game, but the Seahawks they've gotten really, really good. The Seahawks might be the dark horse in the NFC this season, guys. Week number 7. This is where the 49ers schedule gets tough. Gets tough, but it's favorable, right? They're playing the Kansas City Chiefs fresh off of bye, but it's at home. So it's favorable. I'm a Kansas City Chiefs guy right there. Chiefs Kingdom. Through and through, baby. I bleed red. But the San Francisco 49ers are a really, really good team. They are a really, really good team, and they want revenge. When the 49ers click on all 8 cylinders, everybody's healthy. Nobody in the NFL can beat them. They are going to come into this game and be focused. They want the revenge game. They want to, see, we are better than the Kansas City Chiefs, and they beat the Kansas City Chiefs. They beat the Kansas City Chiefs, let's say by 10. The scoreboard might be like a really lopsided game. It's going to be pretty close, I think, as far as stat-wise goes in the actual game. But the 49ers are just going to come out and be that much better. James thinks this is going to be a good game. Yes, it's going to be a really good game. It's circled. Speaking of a really good game, Dallas Cowboys. Yet again, another team coming off a bye week with the San Francisco 49ers at home. As of late, the San Francisco 49ers have been dominating the Dallas Cowboys. Whether it be the postseason, whether it be the regular season, it doesn't matter who their quarterback is, whether it's Jimmy G, Trey Lance, or Brock Purdy. The 49ers have owned the Dallas Cowboys the last 6-7 years, right? This year is going to be no different. The Dallas Cowboys are going to go into Santa Clara, and they're going to get whooped by the San Francisco 49ers yet again. It might be another 40-10 score. It's going to be an ass whooping. Like I said, when the San Francisco 49ers click on all 8 cylinders, they are the best team in the NFL. They're the deepest, they're the most talented, they had the best system in the NFL. When they're clicking, keep that in mind. When they are clicking. Week number 9. Much needed bye week. Right in the middle of the season, back-to-back 2 hard games versus the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys, potential playoff matchups. We need a breather. We need to chill out. Hopefully, if Brandon Ayuk has been sitting out these 8 games, he comes back by week 9. Hopefully. Because this is the part of the season that I'm worried about for the San Francisco 49ers. This is the part of the season where I'm really starting to question the San Francisco 49ers' heart, mentality, system, coaching, Brock Purdy. And it starts by week 10 when they travel to Tampa Bay to take on the Buccaneers. Last season, I loved me some Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield came out and really balled out all season long. Pretty much solidified himself as a top 10 quarterback. Now, Baker Mayfield's got his bag. He got signed that long-term deal. He's finally comfortable. I don't think Baker Mayfield takes the foot off the gas, guys. Baker Mayfield's looking to be a top 5 quarterback in the NFL this season. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as a whole is looking to be a really, really good team. And I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come out with chip on their shoulder, money on their mind, and they're going to beat down the San Francisco 49ers come week 10. Give me the Buccaneers in this week 10 matchup. Week 11, back at home. Seahawks come into town. It has been a very, very long time since the Seattle Seahawks have swept the San Francisco 49ers. I think it's been 6 years since that has happened. Go ahead and make it 7. They are not going to sweep the San Francisco 49ers this season. Week 11, San Francisco 49ers beat the Seattle Seahawks. Give us a week 12 matchup. When we look back, it's week 7 and week 8 when they played the Kansas City Chiefs and played the Dallas Cowboys off of bye weeks. They were home games, right? They were home games, familiar, whatever, right? Now, this week 12 game, they finally play a top team in the NFL on the road. The last top team they played in the NFL, in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they got beat. Week 12, second verse, same as the first. They lose to the Green Bay Packers. I like the San Francisco 49ers at home a lot, but they're on the road. They lose a lot of road games. What did I just say about the San Francisco 49ers? When they're clicking on all 8 cylinders, they are the best team in the NFL. Right now, they are not the best team in the NFL. Since their bye week, something's just not clicking. They're misfiring. They're miscuing. They're running on 5 of the 8 cylinders. Something just isn't right. They lost to the Buccaneers. They did beat the Seahawks, but they lost to the Packers, giving us a Week 13 matchup versus the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills are a good young team. They'll be at home. They get beat. 49ers lose to the Buffalo Bills, giving them 2 straight losses of the season, or two straight losses in a row, losing 3 of their last 4. And Ant kind of said it right here. 49ers are low-key an overrated team. They play in the NFC. Imagine they played in the AFC. They would not be above 500 team. Let's just be honest. Week 14, back at home. Lost 3 of their last 4, kind of licking their wounds. They're like, man, we could really use another bye week. Well, you got one. You play the Chicago Bears. Week 14, easy win. Caleb Williams comes back to California. He's crying with his mom in the stands after the 49ers whoop his ass. Easy dub. Week 15, Thursday Night Football. Rams coming to Santa Clara. The Rams do not sweep division opponents for some reason. They like to split a lot. I think I've looked back 3 years and they split every time. 49ers beat the Rams week 15 on this Thursday night game. Week 16. This is a revenge game, a revenge tour. A lot of the Miami Dolphins used to be San Francisco 49ers, right? Their head coach, their running back, some of their defensive players. The Miami Dolphins have money on the mind in this game. San Francisco 49ers have had 10 days to kind of try to right the ship a little bit, right? Yes, they're on a 2-game winning streak, but they got their asses whooped by the Buccaneers, by the Packers, and the Buffalo Bills. When you play in Miami, Miami Dolphins are a really, really good team. I anticipate the San Francisco 49ers going undefeated at home this season. Also anticipate the Miami Dolphins going undefeated at home this season. It's at Miami. Miami Dolphins win. Aaron's in the chat said the expert speaks. Of course I speak. You must be a Raiders fan, Aaron. Congratulations on that one. Week 17. Monday Night Football. Detroit Lions coming to town to repeat of the NFC Championship game. St. Brown wants to get on that revenge. No more dropping balls in the second half, right? Swing the game one way or the other. It doesn't matter. 49ers win this game. 49ers get back on track in this game, and they click on all cylinders. The system's great. Brock Purdy throws for 4 tutties. The defense is locked down. St. Brown is held scoreless. Jared Goff is held scoreless. This might be a shutout game. 49ers will play that well in this game. Give me another dub on the season. Right now, I got them at 10 wins on the season. 10-6. Week 18. Going to Arizona to end the season. This game could potentially determine the division. Now, I'm not saying the Arizona Cardinals are going to be fighting for the division, but there's going to be the Rams and the Seahawks all competing for that 9, 10, 11 wins this season. San Francisco 49ers need this game. They're in a must-win situation. They're in a must-win situation because they're sitting at 10 wins going into Week 18, much like the Rams, much like the Seahawks. I do think the 49ers win this Week 18 game over a bad Arizona Cardinals team, giving them an 11-6 record on the season. Is that enough to win the division? Potentially. Is it enough to get them into the playoffs? Yes. I do think the 49ers do make another playoff berth in 2024 with the 9-0 home record and a 2-6 away record. With I believe it's 4-2 division record. So what do you guys think? Am I too high or am I too low on the San Francisco 49ers? I have them 11-6. Let me know. But until then, guys, we are out until next time. 2:30 East Coast time. Live, raw, uncut NFL talk. Later.